Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, it's Zainab. Welcome back to my daily reading of Nahjul Balagha. So today I want to read you a very beautiful sermon from volume 1 of this book series, sermon number 80 inshallah, and then I'll read you some commentary about it because it's quite thought-provoking, this particular sermon. So, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praise belongs to Him, and peace and blessings to Prophet Muhammad and his pure family. Sermon 80. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How shall I describe this world, the beginning of which is grief and the end of which is destruction? The lawful deeds performed here have to be accounted for, while for the forbidden ones there is punishment. Whoever is rich here in this life faces mischief, and whoever is poor gets grief. One hankers when he does not get what he wants. If one keeps away from it, it advances towards him. If one sees through it, it will bestow on him insight. But if one has his eyes set on it, it will blind him. MashaAllah. Okay, so I'm just going to read you a bit of commentary by Sayyid al-Radi, the person who compiled this book of sermons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was a distant, he's either a relative of Imam Ali, or a direct descendant of him, because he lived about 300 or 400 years after Imam Ali alayhi salam. Okay, anyways, so this is what it says. The beginning of life in this world is grief, and its end is ruin, destruction. This sentence contains the same truth which the Holy Quran has presented in the verse, saying, "Indeed, we have created man to dwell amidst hardship," and that's in chapter 90, verse number 4. It is true that right from the narrow womb of the mother and unto the vastness of the firmament, the changes of human life do not end. When man first tastes life, he finds himself closed in such a dark prison where he can neither move limbs nor change sides. When he gets rid of his confinement and steps into the world, he has to pass through innumerable troubles. In the beginning, he can neither speak with the tongue so as to describe his difficulty or pain, nor does he possess energy in the limbs so as to accomplish his needs on his own. Only his sobbing and flowing tears express his needs and translate his grief and sorrow. After the lapse of this period of infancy, he enters the stage of learning and instruction. On every step, voices of admonition and abuse welcome him. All the time, he seems to be frightened and terrified. When he is relieved from this period of subjugation, he finds himself surrounded by worries of family life and of making a living, where sometime there is a clash with co-workers, enemies, vicissitudes of time, ailments, and sometimes shocks brought about by children. Then old age approaches him with the tidings of helplessness and weakness. Eventually he bids farewell to this world with heart-filled mortification and grief. Therefore, Imam Ali alayhi salam says about this world that within its lawful actions there is a question about reckoning, and in its forbidden acts there are hardships of punishment, the result of which even pleasant joys produce bitterness. If there is plenty of wealth and money in this world, man finds himself in such a whirlpool of worries that he loses his joy and peace of mind. But if there is want and poverty, he is ever paying for wealth. One who hankers after this world finds no limit for his desires. If a wish is fulfilled, the desire for the fulfillment of another wish crops up. This world is like a shadow. If you run after it, it will itself run away before you. But if you run away from it, then it chases you. Likewise, if a person does not run after this world, it runs after him. The implication is that if a person breaks the clutches of greed and avarice, staying aloof from undesirable hankering after this world, he too gets the pleasures of this world and is not deprived of them. Therefore, he who survives this world from above its surface and derives lessons from its changes and happenings through its variations and alterations, gains knowledge about Allah's might, wisdom, and sagacity, mercy, clemency, and sustaining power. His eyes will gain real brightness and vision. On the other hand, one who is lost only in the colorfulness of this world and its decorum loses himself in the darkness of this world. This is why Allah forbids viewing this world. Thus, it says in the Holy Quran, chapter 20, verse number 131, "And strain not your eyes unto that which we have provided different parties of them, of the splendor of the life of this world, so that we may try them in it, for the provision of your Lord is better and more abiding. Mashallah. What food for thought. Alhamdulillah. So I hope you'll join me again tomorrow, inshallah, and I'll read you another sermon from this beautiful book, inshallah. Until then, stay blessed and stay tuned.